Hello friends, it's Sherry from Turquoise Dreaming. How you doing today? Welcome to my channel and thank you for joining me. I'm here to work on Roxy's weekly challenge. So she had started this challenge at the beginning of the year and she's doing a challenge, a different challenge every week, so you never know what she's going to do. So it's kind of fun to, or actually it's really fun to watch her video she puts out on Monday. And then sometime before the next Monday, I try to do the challenge so that, I can keep up. So this week it was what she called side tucks, I think, side tuck pockets or something like that. So I made one. My camera only lets me record 30 minutes. So I spent about 15 minutes before I turned on the camera and made this little one as an experiment. So Rachel is using book pages. So this is a dictionary, and I'm going to show you my dictionary I'm using. And I did this one as a, I think it came out nice, but I also did it as an experiment to see if this book page was going to crack or anything because it looks pretty old. It's very browned. But I cut the book page in half and cut off the blank pieces on the side and just used the, the base word, definition part of it. And then I've been folding this back and forth and it hasn't cracked. And so I think it's good to go as far as that goes. And then I decorated it with a piece of I still have some Tsunami Rose Valentine ephemera here that I need to finish using. So I put a piece of that on here. I added some ribbon, red ribbon right here. It's like, just regular like fabric ribbon on either side as a decoration. And then I put a little tiny label right here. If you can see it, it's got a red border and it's right here just in case you really don't notice it unless you know it's there because it's so small. But anyway, so that is a little side tuck. And for example, Rachel showed if it was on a page, say this is a page, it would go over like, no, you would put it like this, glue it down to a side of a page, and you could glue down here and on the bottom, and then and then you have your side tuck here, and then you can, she showed this as a side tuck too, but then you can tuck something in here too. I guess, would you have to glue this down? I guess you would glue that down too there. Trying to figure this out because this is the first one I made and I haven't used one yet. So yeah, I guess you would glue bottom side, then you would glue this on the bottom. But why do you have this little, oh, I think she said that was for strength, maybe, I don't know. But anyway, you would have to, yeah, because you're tucking things in and out, so you can still, that's good to make that stronger. Okay, I see what we're doing here. So okay, then you have this glued down and this glued down, and you have a tuck here and you have a tuck here. So that was the idea, I believe, if I understood everything correctly. So I have these pieces here from a dictionary, 2 different dictionaries. So I'm going to show you the dictionaries. These I haven't cut down yet. This is the other half of the page that I used for that one that I just showed you. These are some pieces from my Your Creative Studio box that I thought maybe I could use, and we'll see. Maybe we'll experiment with those. I had a hard time figuring out what I wanted to decorate with. I have books here. I have the Your Creative Studio, and I have my Valentine ephemera digital kit from Tsunami Rose. So here are the books. This is I knew I had some dictionary dictionaries, vintage dictionaries in my book stash that I have not used in a good while. So I said, I'm gonna dig out those dictionaries and I am gonna use those for this project. So I really would like to see do these. This is called Webster's Encyclopedia of Dictionaries. Large type. Look how huge this spine is. I mean, if you have one of these, you have enough book pages to last you probably forever. So, but let me see if I see a copyright, because I haven't looked at the copyright in a while. You can see all the pages are browned here. But if you get back to here to the main part, you can see it just looks like a dictionary. And I'm not seeing right off. Let me see if I see a copyright real quick, and then we'll get started. Okay, here's a bunch of copyright dates, but the latest one is 1978. Isn't that cool? So this is the 70s. I should have known that because I remember having green, well, it's the same color as the World Books. So, but it's not by World Book, it's Webster's. But anyway, it looks like the World Books that they put, encyclopedias that they put out in the 70s. And then this is a Webster's New World Dictionary. And if you ever, if you've never bought a dictionary, I've already taken either it came like this or I've already taken it apart a little bit, but you can see, I think I did take it apart to use because these pages are together. Well, not really, but they were together at one point. And anyway, so I think I've already used some pages, but this one, I think I still have the copyright page here. Let me see if I can tell you real quick. That one was 1978, right? The other one. And this one is, I just find the copyright fascinating. So I always like to try to tell you. Copyright, I see the words. Let me see if I can see the actual date here. You know how small it is. 1951 on this. No, is that the last date? Oh, 1964 I think is the last date. So this is an old one. But the reason I got both of these is I've looked at a lot of dictionaries at thrift stores. And these have, you know how some of them have this like thin kind of onion skin pages? Well, I didn't really want that. I wanted some stronger pages, so that's why I got this. It's just regular paper. It's not that onion skinny type, real thin paper on both of these, so that's why I got those. So that's what I wanted to show you as my base, just because those are such cool books. And so let's see if we can make a couple of these. I'm kind of making them smallish. See how small this is? So I can put them in any kind of size journal, you know what I mean? If I have giant ones, then maybe they wouldn't fit in every journal I make. But if I can make some smaller ones, then maybe they'll be more, kind of generic for any journal. So I'm cutting off. On the other two, I might not, like if I make more of these, I might not cut off quite so much. But for this particular video, I'm trying to do it like Rachel did it. So I'm cutting off these little blank sides here. We'll try to make 3. And so it can be, you can decorate these up as much as you want, or, as least as you want. You can basically just put on a couple of pieces of paper and that's it to decorate. So let me see, where's my example? So what she did was turn over, she said, I think she says she did it for strength, is she turned over a little piece like this and then folded it again, something like this. Okay, and she did that to all of her little pieces. So I'm going to do the same thing. I'm not going to try not to go too off course this week, because sometimes I like to do my own thing, and do something different. But I'm going to just see if I can follow directions this week. So yeah, something like this. So I'll have 3 pockets here. I already made one. Let me grab a tissue. My allergies. I've got my tissues right back of me. I think it's old books. I have old books in here. I think every time I come in here, even though, they're not dusty or anything, they're just old books. Maybe I'm allergic to old books. I don't know. Anyway, so here, let's start with this one. None of these are cracking as I folded them or anything, so I feel comfortable with them. So let's do maybe one with some of the, so let's see how these tear. These Your Creative Studio pieces that I opened the other night and did the unboxing. They're so very pretty and vintagey looking. Let me pick one out here. Let's see, this one's kind of a collage already. So I have no ideas how these tear. I haven't used one yet, but what Rachel did was tear a piece. I'm going to tear a piece that will fit over this whole piece of book page. And then, let's see, let me get my right side of my ruler. Yeah, that's the right side I like to tear with. And then she tore it again. So I'll show you what I'm talking about in case you haven't seen her video yet. I'm going to try to remember to link it below. Oh, that tore really nice. That's the Your Creative Studio, because that's kind of a thick paper, so I was wondering how it was going to tear. But see, it tore really nice. So now I'm going to, let's see, let me leave the bottom part because that's more of the picture and this is more like blank up here. So I'm going to do it like this. I want some book page showing around the edges, and I'm going to tear the top off here because that's kind of like blank space. So let's do that. And then I'm going to save this, of course. That's a beautiful little piece of paper there. And then what she did was tear it so that she can put it back together and have it look like one, but it's really two pieces because you're gluing part of it here and part of it on the side here. Okay, so we're going to tear this. I'm going to try to tear it straight in the right spot here, which I think this is good. Let me see. I'm going to try to center it on here too. So there's my little fold right there. So if I tear right there, we should be good, right? All right. So I hope everyone's doing great today. We're almost to the weekend. I hope y'all are going to have a good weekend. I hope I'm going to have a good weekend too. Oh, I didn't turn my little lights on. Hold on. My little sparkly lights. There we go. That's better. Yeah, we're supposed to get some icy wintry mix tomorrow night, which is Friday night, and into Saturday morning. So that's not good because that's my Riley day. And if you don't know who Riley is, that's my granddaughter that was just born in November. And she comes over with her parents she was born just after Thanksgiving, or just before Thanksgiving. What am I saying? So, yeah, she and her parents come over every Saturday. But last week, like, they came over on, what was it? Oh, my daughter-in-law wasn't feeling good on Saturday, so they came over on Sunday. Now, they might have to do the same thing again this week because it's supposed to ice, you know, on Saturday morning. And if it does and it's icy all day, then they won't drive here. It takes them about 30 minutes or so. No, about 30 minutes to get here from their house. So, you know, it's not like they live right around the corner. So, okay, there's our first piece. I guess I could have, I mean, I like it like this. Fine. I wanted some book page to show. If you want it to look like it's more together, you could put this piece over to the edge over here. Maybe we'll try that on our next one. It's just fine like that though. So you could leave it just like that, like, okay, it's done. But let's see, I would like to put a little label on here. And I printed out a bunch of little, what is this? What does that say? Wonderful? That says wonderful. That's kind of nice. The definition of wonderful. That's cute. So, yeah, I printed out these little definitions, and I've just had them in my craft room handy for when I need a little something, little labels and little definitions. The definitions, I believe, are from Shabby Dabby Doodah. She's got those in her Etsy, you know, as a digital kit. And then the labels I just got free from one of my Facebook groups. One that I'm in, you know, a member of or whatever, one that I've joined. And somebody in one of them gave out, you know, shared some free labels one time. And I was like, those are the perfect labels. So I have them saved on my flash drive. And whenever I need some, I print them out, which I've printed them out like one time and I got plenty. But there it is. Let's see, anything else? We could put some lace. I did pull out my Dollar Tree lace here. Would this look good with some lace, or should we leave it like that? It would look cute with lace right there, wouldn't it? You're covering up this a lot, though. Is that a bad thing? I don't think so. I think we should go for it. Okay, let's do it. Let's do it. Let's see. I'm not going to... I'm not going to worry about, like, you know, I like everything to be nice and pretty, but I also like it to be a little, you know, maybe a little grungy, maybe a little rustic. So, like, I could even this lace up, but I'm going to leave it, that I won't waste any lace. And, you know, I think it looks pretty just like this. It doesn't have to be perfectly straight, right? I mean, it is straight, but it's a little kind of, I'll show you what I'm talking about. See how this is straight now? And this is a little, I don't know, not straight, exactly like cut across. Anyway, let's use Fabri-Tac to put this down. I've got a new bottle here. I have my other one turned upside down, and I don't know if there's any left in it, so I'm going to use this one on video, and I'll use the other one off video so we don't struggle with that. And I've got glue clinging to me here. So yeah, I think you know, you can put whatever you want on these and just make them as simple, or, you know, put a few pieces on. Like this is only basically really 3 pieces, and it's going to be really pretty little pocket. I'm not going to glue the bottom. Like, I'm not going to glue this bottom right now. I'll wait till I glue it down. But and I can let this dry now, but that Fabri-Tac will hold that on nicely. And there I have a cute little vintagey looking pocket, and I used at least one of my millions of dictionary pages. So here's 2 more little ones. So for this one, I'm kind of really excited to try using my book here. So let me put my lids on my glue real quick in between tags here, and then we're going to I'm going to show you 2 more books that I'm going to use, and hopefully we can get 2 more done here. Let me check my time. Okay, yeah, gotta move. So here's the other 2 books. I'm kind of excited to use these. I don't think I've ever used them before, but I pulled these also out of my book stash. Aren't they cute? So Butterflies and Moths book, and here's the pages. And look how pretty. We're gonna rip a page out of here. I've never used this one before. And this one is 1977. That one I got at a thrift store, that Butterflies and Moths. This one is one of the few books I've ever ordered from online. The only books I've ever ordered from online are my Edith Holden books, because I've never found one of those in a thrift store, and I probably never will, so I ordered one. But this I ordered from thriftbooks.com. Oh, did I? I think I did. But yes, and it's, you know, Field Guide to Wildflowers. It's got this nice, I mean, I can make a journal out of this cover. It's a nice cover. And then it's got really pretty flowery pages here. So I'm thinking, let's take one out of, let's see, let me find one here with a pretty flower on it. And then we'll use one of these. It can be anything, Sherry, so don't be picky. Don't be picky. Oh, okay, here's one. Yellow flower. We got one. Can't take all day. I kind of would like to, I'm not going to take this apart right now. I'm trying to see how these pages are in here. I guess they could be signatures. This particular one I'm going to rip out, but later on I might take this book apart and see if I can get, like, you know, whole 2 pages out together, like a signature. Okay, so there's one from that book. And then let's take one out of here and see what we can do. There's really cute, oh, here's a pretty one. Okay, let me see how these pages are in actually too. I'm not sure. I have to take this book apart at some point too, but not right now. I don't have time for that. Okay, let's get this going. All right, that's a pretty one. Oh, that's got some caterpillars on it too. I was trying to avoid bugs, and I picked out one with bugs. That's funny. Anyway, I don't know if I want to do caterpillars. Hold on. Sorry, I can use that sometime. I just don't know if I want to use it right now. I mean, that was kind of creepy looking. Sorry, I do like caterpillars, but I just don't want to use caterpillars right now. Here's a pretty butterfly. I don't want to put text over text though. I'm trying to find a flower that would take up the whole page. So apparently, here's some butterflies. Okay, let's do this one. These pretty butterflies. There's lots of butterflies on here, so that should give me plenty of something pretty to work with here. I saw that flower, but then I was like, oh, there's a caterpillar there. Okay, so we've got 2 pages. Let's do this one first. And we're going to tear right here. Let's go ahead and tear right here. All the way down, and then this will be what we use. I want to keep this whole, this is Marsh Marigold right there, so that's cool, and you even know what kind of flower it is, right? And we're going to tear right here. This is going to pretty much take up this whole thing. Let me see if I can tear straight here. And okay, so that'll be that one. And I can save this too for a tag or something later, or collage. So I'll put that to the side. And then the other one, let's go ahead and tear that piece. Let's tear, let's see, this way. And I'm going to tear this evenly over here, so I can maybe use this butterfly right here. I just need to get it even side over here. It's a thin piece. I might have to cut that. Let me cut that because it's such a thin piece I'm trying to tear off. It's not wanting to tear for me. Okay, and then I can just, well, there's a lot of white up here. Let me cut some of this off. I don't need all that white space. And then, so now we have our butterfly. I should probably do this bottom one, huh? Let me see, because we're only going to get a piece of him. So if we do this bottom one, okay, I'm changing my mind. Changing my mind, it's all right. I can change my mind. I'm allowed. All right, so, oh yeah, that will look better, I think. Well, yeah. That'll look better. I can always kind of collage this too, you know. I'll show you what I'm talking about if I need to do it. Okay, so let's tear this. Isn't this fun? Thank you, Rachel, for such a fun challenge. I've never made any pockets like this before and folded my book pages in this way. So, very fun. All right. There we go, pretty butterfly, and we're going to do it the same way as far as trying to get it to where it matches. It's hard to see the fold under there, but I'm going to try that again. I'm going to put it on the edge this time, too. I'm trying to hurry a little bit because I know my time's going to run out. So I'm always doing that, right? I'm always trying to rush a little bit. But it's surprising how fast 30 minutes goes, you know, when you're trying to do something. My phone used to record more than 30 minutes, and now it doesn't, so I don't know. Whatever, I've had suggestions, and just I'm going to get a new phone one of these days soon, so hopefully that will take care of the problem. But really, the truth of the matter is that I don't have time to watch videos over 30 minutes, and so whenever I see one over 30 minutes, it's like, oh gosh. 40 minutes or whatever, you know, how am I going to get through this? And so I usually just, if it's over 30, if it's 30 minutes or less, I'll watch it usually in real time. But if it's over 30 minutes or much over 30 minutes, like say 40 minutes, I'll speed it up because I want to watch it, but I don't have time to, you know, I don't have that much time. You know, I work full time. I work 43 hours at least at my job. So you know, it's hard to watch a lot of videos. It's hard to watch all the videos I want to watch but I do manage. I either, like I said, if they're long, I speed them up. If they're not, then I can watch them, you know, more readily. So putting this on the very edge. All right. So we're putting this on the very edge over here this time to see how that looks. See if it looks like it goes together, you know what I mean? Like if it's like it's never been cut, you know what I mean? Almost like it's never been cut. So there we go. Isn't that pretty? So I'm going to see if I can put a little label on there, and I'll hold it up closer in a second. Let's glue this one down. And I really, let's see, which ones do I like the best? I don't know. I think I like, you know, I like using book pages. I really like using original book pages. That's probably my favorite thing to do. Using my original books, my book pages, and my original ephemera. So I'm going to say these two right here are going to be my favorite. I mean, look at them. They're so cool. I just love using original book pages. So I do want to do more of that. So you stay tuned. I will promise I will be doing more with original books and book pages. So, but book pages are not just text. This is book pages too, you know, pretty book pages. That's what I'm talking about. Okay, I'm getting this on the edge. Don't forget, Sherry, put it on the edge. Line it up. I'm like trying to put it over here. All right, so cool. Now, see, aren't they cute? I love those. Okay, a label, some lace. Let's do some, where's my Dollar Tree lace? Let me see what time it is. I've got about 3 minutes. Let's race the clock here. So, I don't want to cover up my butterfly. This one, let's see, let's try it this way too, because this is the straight side and this is like the scallop side here. So I kind of like it on this side over here. Okay, let's cut that and put that on there. And I'm going to try out a label too if I have time. And I liked it over here too on this one. I know I'm covering up my pretty book page, but I got the main part there, and I just like having more on it than just the book page. You know, I like just wanted to decorate it up a little bit more, right? I mean, there's nothing wrong with that. So some Fabri-Tac on both of these. Let me go ahead and put it over here too while I have it in my hand. Save a few seconds. All right, now which one did I have on which page? Because I don't think these are the same size. Okay, all right, this one looks like it goes here, and I'm putting the straight side by the straight side of the little pocket here, future pocket. And then here's the other piece. Okay, I think these are really pretty. These are my favorite, yes. I like the other one too with the in Your Creative Studio. What did I do with that one? Oh, here, it's over here. And the other one is my, oh yeah, I have the other one right there. Okay, I'll show you in a second. Let's see real quick if I have a little label. We've got a lot of green here, so here's a little green label that I can put on here like that. And here's another little label I can put on here that matches. So let's just don't dilly-dally and go ahead and do it while I check the time. Oh, nope, I'm not going to be able to do it. So here it is before I get cut off. But I'm going to glue this down, so it's going to look like this. Isn't that adorable? And it opens up, and you saw how it worked before on the other one. This one, I think the label will go right here. And then we did this one too on camera, and you already saw the other Valentine one. So super cute, right? Okay, that's this week's Roxy's Weekly Challenge. And thank you for watching, and I'll see y'all next time. Happy crafting.